I always will remember 'twas a year ago November. I went out to hunt some deer on a morning bright and clear. I went and shot the maximum the game laws would allow. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a cow. I was in no mood to trifle. I took down my trusty rifle and went out to stalk my prey. What a haul I made that day. I tied them to my fender and I drove them home somehow. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a cow. The law was very firm, it took away my permit, the worst punishment I ever endured. It turned out there was a reason, cows were out of season, and one of the hunters wasn't insured. People ask me how I do it, and I say there's nothing to it. You just stand there looking cute, and when something moves, you shoot. And there's 10 stuffed heads in my trophy room right now. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a cow. Yes, the law was very firm. It took away my permit, the worst punishment I ever endured. It turned out there was a reason. Cows were out of season, and one of the hunters wasn't insured. People ask me how I do it, and I say there's nothing to it. You just stand there looking cute, and when something moves, you shoot. And there's 10 stuffed heads in my trophy room right now. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a purebred Guernsey cow.
This church, it was once a barley say, perfume of my heart. That's why my never ever curses play. When church bells chime, there are little strips of plumes in hair, proving you could choose a try, but your past never scrubs away. Got burning curse, oh yes, Father, how I could be saved. 'Cause any virgin perfect, for God makes no mistakes. To the farmer's daughter, my heart is tethered and I think we're soulmates. So in the same breath he said, then you better repent every day. I made myself my butcheress, wiping blood down the front of my nice white dress. Took a day to come on out for its easy claim sailing days. Tied in the hand of a holy man, never fully gave up. Damn, I became a butcheress. My butcheress, wiping blood down the front of my nice white dress. Took a day to come on out for its easy claim sailing days. Tied in the hand of a holy man, never fully gave up. Damn, I became a butcheress.
That's the thing. Once war starts, it isn't easy to stop. So, soldier, which will it be? Fight and become a hero? Or turn back a coward?
Second-class soldier Marianne Tenebran is charged with the following crimes. Unauthorized use of arcane skills. Incitement to disobedience of orders and evasion of combat.
Thérèse, Catherine, Jean, Thomas.
You have damaged morale and dishonored your duty.
Marie? Are you going to enlist?
I must. The motherland calls. We must defend our home. Defend our dreams.
Your actions, your betrayal, are a disgrace to the military.
Dearest Marie, should thou be accepted into Lansad, I shall fund thy atelier de couture in Paris. Woohoo! Thank you, good. Thank you, grandmother. My dreams at last. They will come to pass.
The court finds you guilty of insubordination and incitement to rebellion. Your sentence is death.
We never truly had a choice. I will stop at nothing to end this war.
Hey, chat, how's it going? Remember to actually, plug my microphone in this time. Last time I forgot to. That was fun. And my delay is a lot better now. It's not overly atrocious. I think like a sensitive death for not following Geneva's suggestions. First of all, it wasn't even her fault. The Geneva suggestions weren't even around yet. Girl was pre-World War I and they're expecting her to follow Geneva? What's a Geneva? What do you mean yellow? Oh, never mind. Sorry, because yellow on OBS means something different than the word. That's what means something like wrong with the stream. So that's why I was like, what do you mean by this? Like, what did the gamer boy mean by this? Also, mix. Check out the. So I don't know if I showed this on stream yet. The wallpaper. Geneva, that's Destiny's, that's the girl who goes on after Destiny, right before Crystal. Yeah, no, like I said, you said the word yellow, and my mind was like, too, because, like, on OBS, there's some lights that flash yellow when there's something wrong with the stream, so my mind was like, yellow, then I had to remind myself, wait, how could you know there's something wrong with OBS if you're, you're a viewer, not on my back end? So, the flowers are probably, obviously, a reference for dead people. Zeppelin with all the bombs too, as well. Because we're gonna be stuck inside the 1920s for a while, no doubt. The phonograph is for the record. The Zeppelin, I think, the Zeppelin, of course, have to do with war, but it might have to do with the Paris event. I don't know. Because, like, the last load, home screen had a lot of, foreshadowing for the... Not foreshadowing, but references to upcoming events in that season, so I'm trying to figure out outside, because right now all I see is just, war stuff, a lot of war stuff, ammunition pack containers, a broken Zeppelin, all that kind of stuff. I don't like colors. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I mentioned to one of my coworkers. I said, "You, the Colombian, are kind of you, the Colombian, are trying to save the white race with Asians." Yeah, to kick out of that. Well, at least he's protected from that. Let me nab these real quick. Check the word room real quick. Okay, all this stuff is for... Is Bloom available? No, Bloom is not available yet. So, I have done free pulls on Sentinel and free pulls on Flutter Page, which means I'm technically I am guaranteed a 6-star my next pull, which means I'm going to use that guarantee for Charon. And then if hopefully I win the 50-50, because this would be one too. Let me check her real quick. Detail. Yeah, if I win the 50-50 for the 6-star, it could be either there's a 50% chance it's her or 50% chance it's any of the other 6 stars. Any of these people. If I win the 6-star, then I'm good on Charon. I don't have to, and I can just save for the new and debating if I want to pull both of the rest of the event, or just pull one of the Dynamo Girl from the rest of the event.
Simply
Oh yeah, that's because all the white...
No touching.
All the brownies
If
want
you
to
do
talk
this,
about
you'll-
saving the snow bunnies. That's because all of the vanillas want to go for the dark
Just
chocolate.
an improvised show that nobody noticed.
That reminds me, so fun fact, so in America it's perfectly normal to call people by their nationality. In Japan that's super disrespectful. There was a woman who tried to claim that she worked on a bunch, worked on a bunch of the Boy and the Heron. She was a Colombian woman. And she's like, oh yeah, I was over in Japan and Hayao Miyazaki even called me the Colombian as a nickname. She was obviously exposed for, not at all working. I like this, look at this. Spin. It's spin, chat. It's like how Geneva spins on the stripper pole. These are absolutely beautiful. The way they wrote the A's, I keep thinking it's supposed to be the Night Princess, not the High. High Priestess. Of course, the moon, the world. I don't own the moon and the world. Should have got it, but I didn't. I always had to save my money. Oh, I forgot Canada did join World War II first. Of course, how did I forget that? Anne of Green Gables focuses on that. The third Anne of Green Gables film set place during World War One. When did Anne of Green Gables? OG Anne of Green Gables set. If she is 10, no, she's 12 in 1980. Yeah, if she was 12 in 1880, then that means she could be in her. Let's do when did Canada? Join WW21. 2004. Okay, so that's 24 years. Okay, that would have been kind of old. Yeah, 30. Yeah. So the Anne of Green Gables TV series, not TV series, TV movies, they take place later. They move the timeline up a bit because she would have been, if she was 12 in 1880, that means she would have been 30. She would have been 36 with highly doubt. I don't think she was 36 in that movie. She could have been. Because she did dump him and then work at a girls' school for a while. But she really worked at a girls' school for 16 years. It's been so long since I've watched that movie, that TV series. You know what I mean? Back, forward, in Gables. No. In Gables. Go rid of this. TV movies. Film series, Anne Green Gables, A New Beginning. That's not what I'm thinking of. Yeah, Anne Green Gables, the story continues. Yeah, so this was based off, so this was a completely original work, not based off any of her books. I'll worry about this later because I don't think you care about me rambling about Anne Green Gables. You can't even see my screen. So let's start with the game. So the difference between me and those guys when I said saying what race isn't a chick, meanwhile I'm a race lady, or the white race is serious. Or serious. So the figure out the black room, so you can find the white chocolate for that. Yes, we already concluded this. Louisianians are wiggers. Black even, one may say. Wait, they don't look at the main bulletin? Nope, I thought so. I already did this. I got bored and once I got SS I left. Rise over the kill zone. Dawn rises over the kill zone. Let's do the survey. Girl, blood DPS, support, blood tins. Sin brought. The team accumulates blood tins on losing HP. When an ally has dread bullet, they gain critical rate. When attacking, deal additional damage. When an ally triggers dread bullet, they gain with the critical rate converted into damage. Breach insight to activate. Enter battle. No wait. When triggering bullets, effects have a chance to trigger the effect below 5 Moxie, gain 1 Moxie once back first wound. Okay, first wound has the day overhead. Why do we trigger bullets real quick? Target this counts as a retribution. Retribution deals deals of the user's max HP for the attacking fed. After attacking, gain 2 stacks of first wound. Gain an extra blood tins 1 if used. Enter Hour of Repentance. Start lock on after an enemy takes action. Consume 1 stack of lock on. Then cast 1 expansion. I can't. Target deals reality damage that counts as a retribution. Yada yada yada. Oh, okay, yeah, the first one. The first one is called expansion. And then hey, Night Watch. At the end of the enemy's round, consume all stacks of lock on. Every stack of lock on consumed. Random. And then how do I trigger bullet? I'll look it up later. Ooh, is someone adding me on Discord? Can I keep getting up? Here's what less. Here's a less suited photo. Oh, that's like an old mouse I used to have as a kid, and my family used to have. Yeah. Oh, so I'm right. We worked with Fatutu? After a cast performs an extra action, gain healing drone. Wait. I didn't look at an extra. I used Medicine Pocket, yet I don't remember he had extra action. I'll figure it out later. Did it heal count as extra action? I'm screenshotting that. That sounds. Oh wait. Let me screenshot the full part because it's funny if I do that. There we go. Okay. What does he do? Cannot gain Moxie. Cool. When entering battle with the highest Record the ally with the highest attack. When character enters battle, counting boxes. Okay, cool. Buff.
Agreed. My sight shall
Channel.
unveil the hidden.
Debuff.
Wear gloves.
And counter.
Sensing their thoughts, our blood will burn. I have seen to the heart of you.
Oh, hi.
The path will become clear.
Let's see. No.
Now is the time for repentance.
Oh, toes.
Don't waste your time.
I'm losing my patience.
A short hit.
There we go.
Dumbass. Ow!
Don't waste your time.
Rotten luck.
They're very easily hitting themselves.
Pulled.
Oh,
Ow!
I need to heal hard. Oh, we're drinking the blood then, so. You.
That was certainly a choice. Sterilize.
Wait, I don't want to deal with you. Give it to her.
Agreed.
Give it to him.
Wear gloves.
Ta-da.
I hope you like his
And then
black.
heal.
Sterilize.
I'll
Our
wait for her.
victory comes in a time
I
of
did not
blood.
start the survey,
out of
so to
here.
try out Sentinel. So you haven't met the story yet.
Close your eyes. It will all be over soon.
I'm losing my patience.
Come on, dude. Wait until I do the next. There we go. I was gonna wait for this round to kill all of them.
The enemies of peace shall be
There we go.
stamped out. A short hit. The enemies of peace shall be stamped out.
Oh, damn. Okay. So,
That was sort
might as well give myself some reload, looking at more blood chance. Just buff some people. Buff.
agreed.
Wrong person. Buff you.
That was certainly a choice. Enter the gate. The destin du gargouille. My sight shall unveil
And then
the
I should have used Sentinel's first, and I'm not gonna be able to see anything after using Nautica just to
Le
destroy
glas
everything.
funèbre sonne.
Oh, she goes first? What's he doing? What's the dog doing? That
My
girl.
god's grace.
Oh, I forgot. She doesn't trigger hers until the end. I used Nautica. How did I forget that?
Battles have little meaning, save for the prizes to be won.
Sorry, Raz, you can't. The liberal media doesn't care about you. Just like what Kanye said, George Bush doesn't care about black people. The liberal media doesn't care about little wiggers from the swamplands. Okay, oh, there it is. I was like, what's unlocked? La Bata La Belle Espionage. The beautiful spy. The rural town of Rouen, doze in afternoon sun. Inside the house, Agnes recites scripture in a study over duvet tones. Marina rests beside her cousin, softly repeating the words, attempting to let their weight settle in her heart. Oh, it's adorable. And he that searcheth the heart knoweth what is mind of the Spirit, because he maketh intercessions for the saints according to all the will of God. Verse 7. And we know that all things work together for good to them, the love of God to them, and those who call according to his purpose. Marina attention wanes as Robin calls echoes outside the window. A bird said to carry the blood of saints through generations. Its song is meant to bring salvation, but all she feels is recklessness. Nothing seems to be able to take her mind off the quarrel that is still raging in the date. A quarrel caused by her. Marie, stop it. Scripture requires the full attention of the mind. Focus, be devout.
Marie, qu'est-ce que c'est?
Oh, it's adorable. I wonder where she was covering her mouth. Could have screenshot of this. You know. This girl may commit war crimes in the future. There, limit future war crimes. Agnes, what's wrong? I wish to ask thee thy very same question. Thou didst rush to me, begging me to read the scripture for thee, and yet... Marie, what chapter did I recount to thee this last moment? Agnes, you know as well as I that I have never been as familiar with the scripture as you. Agnes gives her a long, disapproved look. You're right, you shall not lie to one another. The Lord does not look kindly upon such things. Agnes doesn't speak, but her gaze turns gentle as she encourages her cousin to open up.
Tu sais quoi?
You know, Agnes. Well, we were we to head to Paris this very moment and wander along the serene, we would see all manners of wonders from the four corners of the world. Auntie Suzanne says incandescent lights, countless in number, illuminate the night there, and great trains travel through tunnels deep beneath the ground. And this is in the cinema. Oh, my Agnes, horses, true as anything, gallop on screen. Her thoughts have been suppressed too long. Now given the chance, they pour out like a river. Ah, yes, they speak of this before. The expedition! Universal, was it? Marina knows her cousin is only feigning interest. The hustle and bustle of Paris had never steered her as much as the scripture. But Agnes always showed just enough curiosity and concern to gently support Marina.
Exactement.
Exactly. Now I beg and beg that she take me, and finally she agreed, even though we said we visit the Eiffel Tower. But Father detests the exposition. He says technology serves only to distract us from the Word of God. Auntie Susan and Father quarrel still upon my leaving.
Je ne sais pas trop.
It was not my intention to bring strife to the family. Perhaps I should have never said such things at all. Arguments between the grown are a fearsome thing indeed. They hesitate not to size at one another with words. But such an act is against the Lord. It is plain. Our Father in heaven wishes us a life of peace for us, without strife. Nanny says we must all act in accordance with God's plan, just as if His will that I journey to the monastery in Saint Levisa 2 days hence. Perhaps it is His will that thou goes to Paris. Yes, have a daughter. Yes, you two have a daughter to commit war crimes. That picture you sent me, that Will Smith as Vin Diesel. You know, some may say the war crimes, others say a checklist. Agnes' words are fair and kind, not just to comfort Marine, but to live out the word of God.
Merci.
Thank you, Agnes. Well, I did not believe any amount of reading will lift thy from thy haze. Come, let us stroll together in the orchard. The sweet scent of apples is quite pleasant, this. Before Agnes could finish her sentence, a door burst open. There you are, Mademoiselle Marina. Please gather your things. Your aunt's waiting for you outside.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Why? To take you to the Exposition Universelle, of course. Hurry now, before your father changes his mind. Marina shoots Agnes a surprised look. Agnes's mouth quickly curls into a warm smile. It is as I said, is it not, Marine? Thou hast been called to Paris, and I have been rented a peaceful afternoon in the apple orchard. God watcheth over each of us. Oh, yes, understood. How foolish was I to assume Will Smith and not the Diesel of the Deep. Would it be really funny if there was a mod that replaced all of the Diesels of the Deep with Boogie or Wings of Redemption? They're fat enough to be the Deacons. Okay, chat. I want you to hear this. Did you hear that, chat? That's the sound of a White Claw. Not White Claw. What is? Damn it! It's the sound of a White Monster energy drink. Oh my. Cause I'm cool. Don't know. I don't know if it's gonna do the thing where, you know, it starts flashback and then ends with a flash forward, or what. I'm gonna put White Claw down. Remember that. Why do I keep saying White Claw? White Monster. I kind of want to say there's no law when you drink White Claw, but I don't drink White Claw. Oh, the Black Claw. That's a new way to say a black woman with veneers. Not veneers. Nylon nails. Clip-on nails? Press-on nails. What's that? Sorry, I felt a burp coming on. I didn't want to do that in the mic, so I quickly muted. The glass domes of Grand Palais refine the sunlight to a crystalline brilliance, and amid the Eiffel Tower, the Eiffel Tower's exquisite ironwork. Marina cranes her neck and attempts to see beyond the crowd of the cramped sea, the halo of the new world rendering her face. So, this is probably. Let me check Sentinel's aids. Because the next event, with the event with Matilda's mother, will be in 1930 in Paris, France. Once again, playable characters. NPC, no, not. Police, there we go, crew members. There she is. Sentinel is 26. So she's 26. If she's 26 in 1920, meaning if this is before the war. When the World War I started. Perfect. Oh wait. Greece. France. Yeah, August. That's what I figured. So yeah, the earliest. So this had to be before. So 10 years to. Obviously, she's younger than 16. Obviously that's set before 1914. My assumption would be she looks around 12, 10 to 12 would mean it's had to be, let's say she's 12, that would be 14 years, which means it is probably 1906. Hey, Brotherhood of Steel Man, 1447.
Oh la la.
Auntie, this is our next visit is the Pavilion at Glen you speak of? Why did I say that? The Pavilion of Elegance. What on earth did I say? Marina shouts an eager look behind at her aunt. She struggles to keep up. Slow thy step, child. If I lose thee, I shall have no words to explain it to thy father. The father allowed me but 2 days. We cannot linger, Auntie. The card I shall make certain to show thee all there is to see here. The sights and grasps Marine firmly by the hand. This, my Marjorie, is the Pavilion of Elegance. The works inside are what we now call culture. Upon entering the pavilion, Marina is enraptured by the glazing garments on display. To the left of thy is the Worf design, Mr. Worf design. A delicate embroidered pattern, busted skirt, every inch of the design pushes the boundary of design. Until now, Marina had never imagined that something so ordinary as clothing could express the spirit of a new era. He was not only the first to establish a mission. Auntie, how does one stitch such a pretty pattern in these pelts? They have to be sewn. Let's see what's going on, yo. Oh yeah, we should do another Doom stream together. I had a lot of fun playing Doom with you. Let's see. Black woman, Von Hill? Damn, I didn't know I was freaky like that. Yo, yeah, you're very freaky, Wanwick. See, they like to tap, the black woman like to polish your head with wax and then tap the baldness with her nail, like this. I can't tap as fast as those women do. You know what I mean? Getting that rhythm right is an art form. Persistence. Suzanne chuckles.
Marie.
Perhaps thou ought to explore the subject line in him. Paris doth create all manners of fashion magazines. Some feature such techniques. I so may all love to thee.
Me.
But father... Now, thy father is not the final word on all matters. I shall find a way. Marine looks puzzled, but her aunt gives her a playful wink. I fear thy father's growth has more blinded to the realities of the world. This here in Paris is the future safe before our very eyes. If we were to live like thy father would, even a fraction of all this exist? Of course not. Those who cling to scripture cannot fathom such creativity. The rebellious family member voices her thoughts with ease.
Je ne sais pas trop.
I knew not. I have never thought of things in such a way. I am simply asking thee to linger on it, Monsieur, for there is more to life than the monastery. Thou hast the power to choose to live thy new kind of life. Come along. We will have yet to see the Palace of Electricity at Camp de Mars. Marine snaps out of her thoughts and follows her aunt back into the crowd. Nine. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? 6, 7, 8, 9, 6. Yeah, 10. I never think I go look at this design. The head opens up like this. A strange, heavy box for people, though people claim to have heard strange noises coming from it. Used inside a resident result of a career used for also use the material for crafting advanced material. You won't be able to tell where it comes from, who belongs to, or why it looks so strange. More importantly, you never knew that you have released what you have released. Never thought I'd ever read the description for that. Golden grass, incense. Custom material blended from a secret formula. This incense is often used to nourish the heart. Merchants assume with a clear conscience, absolutely no fox parts are included in this incense. Okay. This is a crystal clawed pendulum. So lead the way. Expensive pendulum, yeah, obviously. By created skeleton. As close to 2 skulls, what a human say can, oh, poor deformed little thing. But guess what? And Kirk can say, oh, look, this sublime features only evidence that nobility of all his bloodline. Basically, inbreeding is winbreeding for them, apparently. A dress to make. You know, the non-males, you know how them nailed black women get down. Just to get like a... Okay. My brain broke when I first read that. Now I get it. What you meant. That extremely cursed one with the Joker sponge. Right here. Version, so I was like, what are you doing? So I was like, you don't understand. I had to. You would have done the same. 1 second. Let's see if this works. Browser. Yes. 12E. Okay. Here's chat. This is what Char sent me. This is like the scene, the scene like in Indiana Jones 3 where Indiana Jones has to dress like a Nazi to survive. We close her eyes. The brief trip to Paris all these years ago appear vivid as in Marine's mind. Let's see. For 6 years, Marine did not dare to defy her father. Thus, she entered the Ursuline convent as planned, to break all kinds of sun conflict. These are the virtues to be faithful to. Thou hast the power to choose, to live a new kind of life.
Peut-être.
I can choose. You know it. You grown thick. You know, it's another wood fist fight. Hitler right there at a rally, no questions asked. If it meant protecting Verton, or if it meant doing it for the Foundation, despite being Italian herself. Let's see, we got Italian character. Do we got German character? Let me remember. I'm trying to remember all the German characters we got. Cause I'm trying to figure out what kind of access. Cause we got one Japanese character. Because we can get the access powers if we got. I'm trying to remember who with the German. I have to get at least one German character. Well, Assault, not Assault. Kakanya and Assault are technically Austrian. That's close enough. No, they're from Vienna, not Austria. That's close enough. The best friends, or period, not German. Are there no also straight German characters? They probably realized they'd be too powerful. What's your arcane skill? A gas summon? A gas chamber? What are they? Marine murmurs softly to herself, the hearth book clustered to her hand. It's a scrapbook crafted, carefully put together from clippings of fastened magazines, so thick it now looks so thick now it's long since become too heavy to carry around. Wine? I don't get what that means. Auntie Sue kept her promise. For 6 years, she mailed Marine the magazine, disguised under gospel covers. Marine taking the lead from her glued church pamphlet over the cover. Her father never noticed the rebellion. Grant me in 6 years this girl didn't grow an inch. She's probably 16 now. But yet they want to obviously make a new model. I think they could have probably gone away with her 26-year-old model, but they're probably nothing. They probably don't have anything of her in normal clothes at 26 or in her normal game model. Grant me courage inside her sips and guide me by thy will.
Amen.
I can't speak Japanese. You know I can't speak Japanese, so I'm going to copy and paste this into Google Translate. Detect language. Paste. Oh, La Hitler salute. Oh, never mind. There. Now I can read it. It's. I don't know why it was harder for me to read it. With on the way it looks like on my end on OBS, it makes it hard to read. So I had to go. There we go. The first. Did I get out of something? Yeah. The first time she leaves the book on the table for all those to see and walks down her chosen path. Absurd! Thou hast forgotten thy heritage? Thou carry the blood of the gargoyle. That is not be the word of God. So first of all, who bonked the gargoyle? That's my question. Thou mayst shield thine from utter corruption. First, thou dost cast off the first gift offered by our bloodline, and now thou hast rejected the teachings of our monastery. Thou hast willfully driven thyself to demonhood. His hair may have grayed at the temples, but his commanding presence has remained utterly unchanged. Marina clenches her fists, pushes past her father, no fear to meet her father's raised, filled eyes head on. My true faith is pure connection between oneself, God, and the Holy Spirit. Too much reverence in that. True faith is the pure connection between oneself, God, and the Holy Spirit. To put too much reverence in the likes of churches and monasteries is to head direct into ruin. That no matter where I go, where I am, as long as I keep the Lord's grace in my heart, I will not fall into depravity. Secular education will ink no stain on my bloodline. Either for the reason it is a far greater tool in discerning good from evil than our gifts. I shall not suffer thee to attend public school, no matter how thou doubts argue. The matter is finished. The standoff is broken by the arrival of the elder figure. Scripture is not a sword to be wielded in a quarrel. Grandmama! I first read that as Emmanuel was about to drop kick Murphy. He just starts blasting Ballad of a Dead Man. Ballad of a Fallen... Curse of the Fallen Soldier. What would be living the reacting to Anzamela? I think she would shoot her. I think her and Argus would just team up together to shoot her. Mother, thou have to be abide at this hour. What if thou art? How could one sleep for such clamor? Also in the middle of the day, folks. My apologies, grandmother. She waves her hands dismissively. Let Murray go. What? Church schools close their door one after another. It is not an easy labor to find underfilled teaching these days. Allow Marie to see it for herself. Only then will she truly comprehend thy words. She is young. She will continue to understand thee in time. Why let such conflicts shake our hills and taint the spirit for so small a matter? Yeah, no, sorry. I don't know why, but this White Claw to make not White Claw. Ah! This White Monster energy drink is making me burp, so I have to keep muting myself. Her words eased the tension in the room. The ever stubborn Marie, how thou made up thy mind? Where thou wouldst to study?
École des filles de Rouen.
So shall it be. Now return to thy room and seek forgiveness of the Lord for thy behavior.
Merci.
Ah, thank you, grandmother. Thank you. Thank you dearly. Mother, thou must not indulge her so. Marina, thou hast already desired to speak akin to thy common folk. Is nor see to place any more earthly wisdom above thy true path. Thou shalt never learn to discern vice from virtue. Marina has already skipped happily along to her room. She is blissfully unaware of her father's angusting compliments. I think this was used in Notes on Shiori. Having finished her prayer, as instructed, Marina makes her the sign of the cross to get up from the side of the bed. Oh no, I'm a suburban soccer mom. Not the joint. That is the drink of choice of them. You know, there ain't no law like a White Claw. She flings herself over the desk. They're also the kind of woman who pass out at 9:30 because they're tired from all the activities the kids are doing, so they didn't get a chance to drink anything but like half a White Claw before just conking on the house. They're going to drag them upstairs to put them to bed. They just throw them on the bed, take out their shoes, and throw the quote over them. Then they go down and play Call of Duty all night. She flings herself over, or any Ubisoft game. She flings herself over to her desk, dips her pen in ink, and begins to write.
Magnifique.
I must tell Agnes the good news. It is certain to bring her joy. Agnes replies back, "You whore! You piss!" He tries to whip her with the belt and retanks it by turning the stone. No. He gets out the chisel. Dear Agnes, word reaches me that thou have gone to St. Cousin again for cover, though I hear no complaints from you. I know you continue to pray for your suffering, accepting it as an ever trial as thou follower. I yet sincerely pray that the Holy Mother that will make your heart whole again. Do you recall what you spoke to me of God's will? You said he had laid a path for each of us. I have now seen the truth behind these words, for I have come to feel his calling this day. Grandmother. Ah, you stupid! Too busy reading their thing. The grandmother even allowed me to apprentice at a tailor shop during my studies. Perhaps within a year I shall be sewing straight cut dresses, no corsets, for you to model after. Mr. Poet's design. My, what a boon you have. Would it be a flair? I finally go to Paris to become a fashion designer. Paris has taken over all the thoughts in her mind. She looked out the window. The sunlight did not fall in room, but on the streets of Paris. From her memory, she closes her eyes, trying to recall the scorching heat as she walked down the campus escalade. All of these years ago.
Peut-être.
Perhaps here, yes, this is where I shall run my little atour de couture. It is the best to face the serene, for the light may reflect off the water onto the dresses. The dream is the dream is just that, a beautiful dream, filled with hope and peace, a future laid out before her. Perhaps time will honor the prayer of the young girl, and she will reach this promised land. 1 second, I need to quickly check something. How old is Paul? Is she older than Paul? Paul is listed as 2! You know what the 40-year-old fat guy gonna do? Run after you? Not with that heart condition. Yeah, so Paul died in 1918 then. So my bet judge would be at oldest he would probably 20. But he would have easily been drafted at 16. He could have easily been drafted at young as 16. Could have drafted, but he's tall, so I'm gonna put him roughly at 18 plus. See, when I think Paul, I think, hey, Paul, from, American Psycho. But it is very, very funny that his listed age is, it's very funny that his listed age is 2 years old. Like, Buddy Fairchild, that makes sense. He's 5 years old. I don't know how long squirrels live. Some of them can live up to 18 years. So 5 is like what? Some of them can only live up to 10, which means depending on what species he's either middle age or he is in the prime of his life. So half time will honor these previous prayers of a young girl, and she will reach the promised land. Perhaps in another life she would have.
Huh?
There we go. Here's the flopper. We're talking about Paul from media, not historical Pauls. Fun fact, Paul is actually referenced in Dark Souls 2. Same thing with one of the first European women to get saved. Arcane support soldiers, the battle calls it time to engage in real combat. The attack alarms are sounded. Our mission is clear. Hold the line against the enemy forces. Defend the company at all costs. Prevent the enemy from gaining ground. Decide to counterattack everyone with me. We'll take the enemy stronghold. Both side bases will raise their respective flag, different colors, mark friend or foe, to redeploy our soldiers. Select our white base, then tap and drag along the connecting route. You can so this is like a girl's front line. Drag to the enemy base to launch an attack. Drag. Okay. Most outposts will keep refacing guard. When base soldier drop count to 0, control is lost. Marine eliminates nearby enemy every 30 seconds. So let's do this. There we go. Oh, this is absurdly cute. I know this is supposed to be like La War. La War, it sucks. But like, I'm like, this is cute. Okay, Marina, go, 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 go. No, no! There we go, we did it. Yeah, what is the word like cute? Has everyone ever thought about that? Because that's literally Azerline. No, wait, Azerline is the war, but less sexy. Girlfriend line, I think, would probably, or OG girlfriend line would probably be considered what a war like cute. / traumatizing. The scared way. The bombardment of the second volley, the front hasn't let up. Debris falls above, stone bouncing off her. In the daze, her body seals her completely turning flesh and blood into hardened armor. I fell asleep? Somehow, she managed to sleep through an artillery attack. The stench of the tunnel quickly jolts her out of her confusion. Mud, corpses, human waste, and battlefield smoke all assault her senses at once. You slept like a rock, Marie. Quite literally. Who would have thought the girl who used to flint at gunfire would end up so stone cold in just 6 months, no less? She ignores her comrades, teasing. Her body is too issy.
Merde!
Démiflise. She slaps her arm, crushing one before reaching for the lighter in her coat and letting out a quiet sigh. Anyway, it's best you sleep while you can. We have to be heading back to Dead Man Hill soon. We're resting in the rear for more than 3 months now. I'll probably be tomorrow, don't you think? There's a tremble in his voice, but it reaches her clearly enough.
I know not.
I know not of arcane support. It's certainly not pulling out anytime soon.
However,
Still, the commander gave his word. Upon the completion of this operation, we may return home. This unit of arcane, sent to protect a critical supply route, carries impossible expectations. In half a year in the front, they have already lost half their men. But in the grand total of casualties, even this is barely a footnote. Arcane skills have done little to save the front line from the horrors of trench warfare. And the stalemate turned the tide. What a glorious mission the draft posters gave us! But no one said we would die first before we could even do any of that. Enemy fire has cut off supply lines, leaving them hungry posts for parts for nearly a week. They have enough canned goods and dry biscuit to just about to survive. But first is a bigger problem. Many have turned to licking the moisture seeping from the tunnel wall. I have already reported to Sergeant PC. Once the ceiling abrates, I shall procure some water. Abides. See Raz. I can't believe Raz is going to jerk off for 49 minutes. Counting boys. Oh my goodness. I love this scene when Lucille is like, all these waiters and no one to take a drink order. When she was at the telenovela award show. Good White Claw. Ah! They didn't even a bit, chat. I'm just this retarded. Elder Scrolls 6 leak? I wonder if it's going on. What's going on 4chan? Hammerfall. Well, I'll save this page. I'll read this later. Control D. Oh, throat. That went up my nose. God bless. You know where to find some? Franco's accounts no chance to hear the whisper of running water. He spoke to me of a drip in the land, 800 meters past the tunnel.
Oh dear.
I've heard that place. It must be hit hard.
I see.
No, I know your arcane skills give you the best shot at survival, but we already lost so many. I don't want to lose you too. The grim truth stuns Marina. She forces down her trembling voice. We're gonna strap one of those pedometers onto his arm to figure out how many miles not pedometer, but one of those Walkman things, step counter to figure out how many steps he took. Steps, chat. How many? Steps, if you know what I mean. We have no choice. Without water, every one of us may truly perish here. You speak it yourself. I will live by virtue of my arcane skill. Marine lets out a dry, bitter laugh. Francis will join me. That will better the odds. Just a little longer. The selling will soon be over. Mars. A soldier in navy blue crouches by a shallow marsh, quickly filling a canteen. At least that's what it used to be. Now it is merely a graveyard. Bodies lie exposed, unburied, and canteens litter the ground. Marina presses aside the green film of the surface of a bloated corpse gently swaying in the rippling water. Ugh, the water stinks. A far sight better than drinking sewage still. The soldier falls silent and recoils the horror they have witnessed in the grips first. The enemy knows what we collect water from this place. We must make haste. What? some waters and is there any water and blood? I don't think so. Oh wait. Oh, a significant amount of water. Never mind. I thought it was mostly plasma. Oh, plasma 92% water. Never mind. Yeah, of course. Yeah, so in a pint, if they, in theory, it's not a pleasant thing, but in theory, they could technically drink a freshly dead man's blood if they had no access to water. If they needed water quickly. Bong sees they started again.
Take cover.
Find cover now. And like I remember, like, oh, in the Old Testament it said don't drink blood. Obviously, that was because of they were doing in the Old Testament. Those other groups were drinking blood because of for pagan reasons, drinking blood for survival because you have to. They don't have choices. Completely different. Even modern Judaism acknowledges that. Modern Judaism was Rabbinic Judaism. They even put carve outs for hey, if you're dying, it's okay to eat pork because that's the only option you got. Just repent later. This battle hinges on controlling the water source, adjusting marching formation according to the mission requirements. This vessel operation began led by Marine and Francis. Okay. When soldiers held for you 0, they may no longer fight. The artillery support the map to cover up the troops. Use company ability to counter enemy bombardment. Tap here to view activity. After activating an ability, select the highlighted ability to use on. Okay. Take out view. Nice. Oh no, you're going to leave. Whoops, his seat there. There we go. And you'll be destroyed in a second. There we go. And we're good soldier. And we're going to take out the front now. And we won. We're about to secure water supply in Francis. You alright? Marina, I'm hit. Francis, you have one job! God, my leg. I can't feel them. Stay with me, Francis. I promise I'll carry you back to the camp. No, ma'am. I want to go home now. God have mercy. Please, soldier us. Don't forsake your children. Marine charges forward, crushing into the foot of the lower hill, and half a leaf in the last shaking breath before she curls up onto the ball of a stone, and Francis groans fades from ear to ear. Shrapnel, braced dirt aft, they all recoil off her armor. Yet again, her arcane skill has spared her, and yet again she must watch them combat fall. This is the cycle of war she has seen many lose their lives, and she will see more. Looks like we've heard. Looks like we're heading back to the front line tomorrow, huh?
No.
No. I still remember, because I remember always seeing that clip of I can't feel my leg, and I didn't put two and two together until long after the cupcake clip came out that it was the same dude. I will not turn her back into the depths of that hell.
Yeah.
God forgive me,
Pardonne-moi.
for I have sinned. That one wasteland only God bears witness of 2 shards of shrapnel pierce the belly of that should have been stone. Forlorn. Hello, architect. How are you? Archetype. Yeah, I know, he was here earlier, but never one of the guys in chat, oh, there he is. Yeah, right here, he also has a nice stuff to do, so yeah, he can relate. So what you missed, Dr. Love, was that, she wanted to go to Paris to become a fashion designer and become a seamstress and make clothes. But the war came, and now she's on the front line, and one of her comrades just died, and she got hit in the stomach with some shrapnel. Dear Agnes, I ask your forgiveness for writing late. This time I am recovering and forlorn. You need not worry, for I am nigh on the completely healed. This is a fair price I must pay for leading my comrades in arms to his death. I will return only with the water, his body left to rot in the wasteland.
No.
No, such words shall never pass the military censors.
Agnes.
Yet I cannot taint Agnes' happiness with lies. She sits back on the makeshift bed, anxiously pats her face. Then she crosses out the part about the water and carefully rewrites her words. I heard tell that we have reclaimed the critical stronghold. Perhaps the stalemate will yet reach its end. For we have held the line, cousin, and spared the capital untold devastation. Thus it must be so. I may well return home ere long. I can but hope the new comrade will keep his promise. In your last letter you spoke of the aid you have provided to the homeless as of late. Your kindness moves me, my dear cousin. But what of you? Are you well? How is the matter at home? I pray for your safety day and night. Oh, so you're one of those, that's like one of those, hospital shifts. One of those, shift and a half that a lot of them will do, where they'll do, 16, they'll do, 18 hours, practically. Wanwick, the war came, and so did I. Very nice, Wanwick. Very nice. Tenbra, orders for you.
Then, may
Arcane
we
support.
return home?
He has finally come. Will we return home? The messenger's eyes hold a trace of pity. Just read it. She takes the paper, her fingers trembling, dread building in her chest. Second-class soldier, Tenburn. According to the physician, the recovery period is nearly over. In the light of the veil sworn by arcane support and the battlefield utility of your arcane skill, Conrad had decided you are needed in the next major offensive. You are to return in 3 days. So, what do you do? Do you do, I know a lot of guys who work all the time at warehouses. half the guys I know do nighttime shifts at warehouses. Well, half the warehouse guys I know. Let me rephrase it that way. Oh, good lord. Okay, soldiers, have no fear. Protect our headquarters at all costs. Our superior firepower will crush the enemy's maintains the mountain stronghold once and for all. In 48 hours, victory shall be ours. What does it do? Prevent enemy from... So let's prevent enemy from moving. There we go. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. There we go, now I got to move the troops. I was having trouble moving the troops with the arrow for some reason. There we go. Easy peasy. There we go. Wait a second. One second. Oh wait, so you're forklift certified? Nice. One of the guys I know from Tennessee, he was forklift certified. It expired, but that's between him and his company, not for the workplace safety the OSHA inspector. You get enough souls in Dark Souls 2 in DS3 to level big. You don't need to use the glass cannon. Charge! A torrent of soldiers surges forward under cover of fire. They run mechanically forward to the High Line grasping for every breath. Even her superior gargoyle side cannot clear the vision in front of her. The once beautiful riverside is but a shadow of what is once was. She remembers when walking its bank with arguments before the war. Her footsteps light, her heart lighter. She stumbles into a muddy crater. Another layer of grime coats her uniform. The earth reeks the stench of blood. The rust chokes her. Cold rain falls hard and heavy, pummeling her skull. She forces herself up and keeps going. Something catches her foot. She looks down a limp arm. At least it wasn't a limp biscuit. Simon. Her comrade lies faceless and lifeless, killed by friendly artillery, meant as cover. Her Arcanus, your power can turn the tide. Transcend radical division. Fight for the motherland.
Liar.
Liar. Okay, no, don't. I wasn't reading that. Girl! In the face of weapons that's such dreadful artifacts, arcane skills no more power than a child's feeble fist. Humans, arcanists alike, will rot here, reduced to nothing, naught but bone. Astrologers cannot escape the clutches of death. Alchemists cannot cure necrosis. Petrification cannot turn bones to stone. She rushes through a break in the barbed wire into a trench. Her squad mates follow close behind. No time to see fence faces. You see an enemy uniform, you shoot. So I'm guessing that the fronts were carbon and ended up shooting about them because according to Rod, they saw themselves as cunts. Wait, why do you need a cheese crystal sage? It's crystal sage. It's a cheese in and of itself. She pulls the trigger. Nothing. Gunpowder must be wet. No, nothing. Gunpowder must be wet. She hardens her skin to stone just as the bullet grazes her cheek. She tosses her rifle aside, lunges at the shooter. she just stops him with her headdress thingy she has. Ugh! Blood sprays from his mouth, splattering onto the stone face. I nearly beat him my first try when I first played the game. Been a long time since I played though, so I highly doubt I could do that again. Plus, is no match for Rock. Also, was more higher level when to be fair, I was also more higher level than I should have been because I was grinding vertebrae in the swamps. Gun. She scrambles to grab her muzzle, and her rust pulls an insignia on with it.
What is happening?
What is this? Sacre Bleu! Two overlapping hands, either lifting or counseling the ceiling. Its blackened scene gives off a disturbing sanctity. Marie, are you going to enlist? I must. The motherland calls. If I do not, the Ultra will be reduced to ash and rubble. I truly believe this war will soon end. We shall continue our design work along.
Liar.
Only those ignorant of truth of war would dare speak of victory before it is won. God, this is your punishment for my arrogance. I did a text. No, I did not. I love how I pick up my phone and I'm like, I didn't get a text, and I immediately get a notification. I'm clairvoyant like that, chat. I just know when my phone's gonna ring for some reason. He in days black. Canister drops in the trench. Unlike explosive cells, these arrive almost gentle, but they strike a greater fear than any cell. Gas! Gas! It's a trap! Mask on, now! A pale yellow mist spreads, silent and fatal. I'm guessing she's immune to mustard gas? Peggy, that's mustard. Peggy, that's mustard gas. I can't do a Hank Hill voice. Defend the headquarters, enemies, force ambush. We must capture the key base to secure the main staff. The neutral base poses no threat to our forces. Occupying neutral base grants strategic benefit to make. So capturing them as priority. What does it do? Assisting soldiers. What does it do? Means we transfer the soldier from one ally center. Quickly take this out. Where is Odesee? There she is. Now we can go. Attack. That's some extra. Good. So now we can go here. And we win! Yay, boys! Gunfire fills the battlefield. Marina hurls herself out of the trenches, body falling around her. She dropped herself forward, waving between bullets as she scrambled to escape. On the edge of the fog, she stops to set her half-standing tree and crushes behind it. She falls to the ground. Frida, Kevin, Jean, Thomas. Her chest heavy. No heaves, her whole body shaking as she unconsciously recounts their names. I forgot they were in Dark Souls 3. They're in Baron Keep. Of course I said. Oh yeah. Of course. Oh, I remember. Oh, I remember. Oh yeah. They made the boss run to the Abyssal Watchers a pain. After today, she never heard these voices again.
Seigneur,
Lord God, I pray, do not abandon me. Marina, thou chosen thy illiths, thy security turn to the Lord in the greatest measure, for only He may grant thy the faith, strength, and forgiveness to endure in the sins of war thou unscathed. My love for the motherland is true, my prayer is sincere.
Why?
Yet sin clings to me still, and fear blooms, risen heavy in my heart. Something slams into her side. She does not stop. Her adrenaline numbs the pain. She stumbles past creature canteens, over fallen bodies. The chaos behind her grows distant. Almost safe. The trench edge, it's right there. The blast hurls her into the trench. Perhaps her prayers have been heard after all. She crosses hard into the mud. She lies there, half buried like a toppled statue. She pushes herself up, pressing her back against the trench walls. The artillery continues to rain down, as if the enemy predicted their retreat. Okay, so completely off subject since you're trying to talk about Dark Souls. I love how Elden Ring is very much this a reimagining of the basic Dark Souls main plot in a very roundabout way, because you got the warrior kings, you got Gwen, who's a warrior, both the archetypical female, the esoteric male and esoteric female, both. You have two warrior kings, Gwen and Horlu, and then you got the esoteric females who are witches, Velka, who is an also proper witch, and then you got America, who was a shaman. Well, it's a different culture word for wits in that case. So how Gwen was in the fort. So it literally is that, but instead of putting Velka in the background, the Velka character is now in the foreground. Because you got the esoteric female having a plot to overthrow the gods, where so instead of unlike in Dark Souls, Horlu does not actively choose to follow because there is no god in Dark Souls, but you know what I mean. Basically the world order, and obviously Horlu didn't create the world order, where in this case this version America did, versus in Dark Souls it was Gwen who made the world order the way it was. I went to go pick up some of my sister and the was like, ooh yeah, well especially right now with all the well, it's dark where you are, no doubt, because it's dark where I am. Well, yeah, I love driving at night. Some people don't. But I think driving at night is fun. Her mind races, her heart beating out of her chest, darkness floods her sight. Soldiers, the enemy, held in their fists, thinking they can break our will. Yeah, because Velka's goal was to stop Gwen's plan, and create a system that could drain the sun's power, to bring about the night. That's the point of Firelink. Firelinking actually helped drain the sun. That's why by the time of Dark Souls 3 is the eclipse. Finally, the sun is like, a circle. Then most of the sun's been drained. Finally, the sun stops. The survivor slumped in the trance. Marina slowly lifts her face. Smoke, blood, mold, straw. She cannot breathe. Her lungs catch in her chest. Yeah. It's the same thing me and my grandma would use to back in the day. We used to go walking in the dark. We would just walk around the block at her neighborhood around nightfall. So not overly dark, but getting dark where, our lights in the houses were already on. So you get to see all the nice warm glows. Her thoughts burn. Her throat burns. The entire trench is filled with coughing and sputtering, the sounds of exhaustion.
Marie.
Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt honor and righteous and good made smile upon ye. Well, yeah, well, the entire Velka's plot goes from Dark Souls 1 to all the way to Dark Souls 3, because Lydia, who is the Throne Watcher, or Defender, I forget which one she is, she's a descendant of Lydia. Lydia is the descendant of Velka. She's also married to Gwen's father, which is funny. So her great grandmother, she married her great grandmother's father-in-law, who is Havel. Agnes, you carry ever virtue the Lord cherishes. You are a true believer. I have recovered no letter from you for what feels like an age, yet still the simplest thoughts of you give me strength to go on. And I'm glad you have not bore a witness to all this, the endless tragedies of the battlefield. What you and Grandma were the last things you see before getting slammed in Missouri in the wintertime? Year-round lights are quite common, are getting more and more common around these places, especially with the rise. Now I think they're using LED lights for LED filaments versus, LED versus filaments. There's a rise in this basic lights now, so, people will do stuff like porch lights, like also string porch lights. Way more now. It's nice. La Demeure du Val. Char, my friend's making. Wait, where is Char? I was gonna talk to him. I was gonna talk to him about how Alberta is getting close to actually saying, "I want to be a state." Oh, you're sick? I didn't know you're sick. No, I was saying is, are you hearing how Alberta is this close to basically saying that they want to be a state? Like, they're getting close to this saying full-on, statehood. Like, I saw a bunch of, Canadians with, Trump hats. It was quite funny. Very humorous. It done and did please me. A distant thunderclap breaks the silence that has fallen on the night, a declaration of the Army's utter failure over the past 2 weeks. Defeat after crushing defeat had littered no man's land with corpses, the living buckled under the weight of their losses broken. Take a really hot shower, to try to, take a really hot shower and to try to help enclose, try to help loosen up stuff. Like I said, put your hand, lightly tap your head, with your fist. Put one hand over your head while tapping around above, like around your temple area, but on the back of your head. And that helps in the shower, that kind of help, at least for me, that helped loosen up, mucus that was stuck in my sinuses. Kind of the sides, like around my, cause like, your sinuses run above your ear, and pass to the back of your brain, back of your head. Oh, no, because so the thing is, why am I the one who knows this? Okay, so, the thing is, Alberta is the moneymaker. Alberta is the moneymaker. They're the ones really breaking in the dough. The Yukon, no one cares about the Yukon. No one cares about the Yukon, I mean they literally have to make their own hospitals because Ontario cares so little about the Yukon. British Columbia is in a schism, has a schism going on right now, because the normal areas of British Columbia are very conservative, where the city areas are very, liberal, in many such cases. But if Alberta goes, that means every time one province goes, that means, Ontario is going to squeeze the other provinces more. So, Saskatchewan has very little financial incentive to actually stay in Canada, and has more reason to go wherever Alberta's going. And if Saskatchewan and Alberta go, Manitoba has to go too, because if Manitoba stays, they will be they'll be basically the little, what is the word? What's the streamer term? The pay piggy. They'll be the pay piggy. I knew you would say that. Because they'll be the pay piggy. Now, for British, so the Yukon trying to do its own thing. The Yukon might just go independent. Now Alberta is definitely going independent. If Alberta gets its way, I highly doubt there's anything Ontario can really do after 50 years of abuse to really make Alberta stay. But Alberta is again heavily flirting with statehood, but it's basically already metaphorically signed the divorce papers when it comes to being Canadian. The Yukon, I don't think it will join the U.S., but I can see it becoming independent. And then British Columbia has some decisions to make. What it actually wants to do with itself. So the two places that really have to figure out where they want to be is British Columbia and Manitoba, because British Columbia will be almost cut off. Well, it won't be cut off. It will be horseshoed out from the rest of the Canada, because it would have to go physically connect the land. It would have to go through the Yukon, through the northern territories, to Manitoba. Or Saskatchewan, whichever one stays first. But the more areas that leave, the more they have to travel farther. To the point on. That would be the most weirdest thing if Quebec was like, yeah, we're leaving first. The thing is that I don't know if America would accept... Like, what could Quebec really have to offer America? Like, we already do so much business with, we do so much business with Alberta already. Like, we are, like, Alberta ships its oil to us because you guys can't refine your own oil. And then we sell it back to you. So, like, nothing really in the West has anything that can really, I jokingly say I want Prince Edward Island. That's only because I'm a fan of Anne of Green Gables. But I highly doubt we're gonna, but obviously, you know, Prince Edward Island is not gonna randomly decide to leave. Yeah, but it is kind of funny because, you know, like 100 years ago, over 100 years ago, we were planning on invading Canada. But then World War I happened. I just want to invade Victoria Island in British Columbia so I can create IRL Mother Base. What's the Mother Base in... What's the Mother Base in... Alaska? Wait. No, I'm thinking... What am I thinking? I'm thinking of Shadow... Wait, what do you mean by Mother Base? Can I think of Shadow Moses? You don't have ice. Wait, do you have ice? One man stands tall.
Everyone!
Comrades, raise your hands. Do not let the enemy think we are cowards. Keep belief in your hearts. We have many victories. The general artillery has yet to drawn. Victory is inevitable. The enemy will crumble before our wills is broke. We must fight for justice, for vengeance. We are unstoppable. No one answers him. He's like Jeb Bush. Please clap. Please clap. The voice sparked terror in Marine chest. No, I meant if you control Quebec, you can control pretty much all shipping into the Great Lakes. Yeah, that is true. You could. It's just that it's trying. Like I said, obviously that would be. See, like obviously, if we could get all the areas around, like all the land around the Great Lake to be ours, that'd be fun. But again, I am a realist. At least I try to be. So I foresee Alberta. Well, so I originally wanted Saskatchewan. I've talked about how I wanted Saskatchewan on stream before, but that's because I was ignorant of Alberta. But you know, if I can get a train, a high-speed train from, you know, through Canada all the way to Alaska, and by through Canada I mean through America in areas, that would be very nice. Yeah, I know. I got it mixed up with Saddle Moses. The voice sparked terror in Marianne's chest. Marianne's. Why did I say Marina? Marianne's chest. It nearly dawned her. In her ears, she can still hear Havel's wailing as he lied in the mud, gut spilling out, begging her to save him. The threat of death forced her to turn away. He was the last company mate she saw. Name, soldier. Footsteps draw near, and figure block her view. Marianne. The soldier's fingers pause over her roster.
Tell me
how many arcane support yet remain. I wonder how many we're asking in the field to begin with. Oh, and we're gonna see some more on in Paul's story. So far, you're the only one I have confirmed, but we're still counting. There might be. Her mind goes blank. She hears the words but cannot, or won't comprehend them. A stumbling pain erupts in her skull, like scissors tearing through her brain. The only survivor, the terror of the thought nearly swallows her whole. She starts grasping for anything that stays afloat. Have you seen any letters from me? I've received nothing for so long. I don't deliver mail, soldier. Then do you know when we'll be able to know will we affordable leave? I don't handle leave orders either, but I do know the assault won't.
Ça n'a aucun sens.
Why do we still fight for what? I don't know. She shakes her head and walks to the next soldier. A hand holding a flask taps her shoulder. Hey, long hair, care for a drink? Marianne turns, startled. The man is oiling a little. Best to drink while we still breathing. This is my special stats. LSDV, good stuff. Gives me a reason for living. Anyway, his head is wrapped in a filthy blood-soaked bandage. His right eye is gone. Those bastards lounging about at headquarters don't give a damn about us. May as well drink what we can. Suit or sell. What's the difference? He bursts like a seep, a sign of mockery. The world spins, the trenches tilt, Marianne's stomach turns. Vomiting. She drops her rifle. She gathers from the battlefield and crawls towards the blasted shelter in the back wall, dry heaving. Can't you just... Well, start pumping your luck, it's that. Just for this one occasion. And aside, she curls up, gray rocks brooding rapidly across her body. Right before she slips into delirium, the white-eared veteran climbs in and gently places a can in front of her. Who knows? Maybe West it actually happens. Maybe that might actually force Eastern Canada to actually become a decent place again. The scent of apples are once described in her a scent of peace. Lettuce. Care of peculiar fondness for traditional objects. To his eyes, the horrible flaws of war and wear of such trinkets are the elegance granted only by time. Much like thy father, he loathed the inevitability of mechanical aids. Agnes crouches, curious, turning to the item in her hand, sunlight gleaming on her shoulders. But I shall not like their disdain. Perhaps the photograph is not so poetic as a painting. But it may capture the apple on the table exactly as they are, and in the years hence I may glance upon their image, and the joy of that day will bloom full in my breast again.
Marie.
That is the same, Marie, that I think thy dearly for the camera. Let's see if you manage to in the luck increase the amount of souls you get. Oh, I thought you were doing items right now. The veteran climbs into the shelter. The blood of his bandages have turned. You remind me of my daughter, you know. Sam, I won't see her again. Guess what, the bastard? They said they won't hesitate to use guns to force us into the field. So I came to say goodbye. Eat the canned food if you're hungry. Long hair, good luck to you. He crawls back out and sits at the pivot as he calmly checks it over his bullets. Your goal, okay, so if you're stuck in a situation like this, the only thing you can really do is do what you have to do what Alberta did. The Albertans actually, you know, they went to town, they went to meetings, they did all the stuff, they campaigned. Why do you think Pennsylvania voted for Trump? Because they campaigned and got the Amish vote. Sitting your ass all day whining is not going to accomplish anything. Marianne carefully carries the heavy velvet bundle into the studio. Once you sort these fabrics, you can take the rest of the day off. And a letter for your sister arrived. I do hope it's good news.
Merci.
Thank you, madame. She hesitantly says her goodbye. Goodbye as she tears open the envelope. Marie, grandmother's kindness and generosity is so unmoving as ever. She hath agreed. Thou shouldst now be accepted into and stunned. She has promised to fund Raitar the Capture in Paris.
Magnifique.
Whoa! Woohoo! Thank you, God. Thank you, grandmother. Application. Application. I must make haste. Since you wait, why are you farming right now when you can farm later in the game? Unless there's a specific item that's going to be, like story gated. Well, the Almas are very simple folks. They're like, leave us alone and don't put the terrible nonsense on us. And they proceed to put woke nonsense onto the state. They're like, no. The lieutenant glares furiously at the statue curled up in the shelter. Hurry in. Dispel your arcane skill. That's an order. You're a soldier. You should willingly give yourself for the motherland. I order you to. An explosion blasts him off his feet. Blood splatters from the soldier's entrance. The deafening blast quickly turns to a whisper of the dead in Marianne's ear. Fire and ash swirl in the air. The stench of burning flesh cloaks her. The sight blurs, fades, and collapses into dark, narrowing passages. Only one figure remains at the end, glaring faintly, a flawless lily.
Agnes!
But the barren soil cannot nurse that little groan. Her dear cousin kneels in the darkness, hand claps in prayer, as her body is slowly swallowed in the stone. Even should we walk through the valley of shadow of death, we fear we must believe. It's like blur, fade, and collapse into dark, and our path of only one figure remains. At the end, it's going suddenly a fall of bullet at it. But the barren soul cannot nurse the little growth to your cousin kneel in darkness, hand plant, prayer. Yeah. God is always with us.
Agnes!
What I'm saying is, if you don't need to buy all for items at once. You can always wait to buy some of the items. So I'm saying is, you don't have to grind with the lower level enemies. You can always wait to grind with the higher level enemies. Where Agnes stood, nothing remains.
No.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, they are actually allowed to legally succeed. So technically, they could technically try. Technically, so what they need is the governor's approval. They got that. Technically, Ontario can kind of block it, but if that happens, the U.S. can actually intervene and actually send like military presence into Alberta and be like, "Hey, we're here. Alberta wants to secede and become an independent state, and had reached out to us for humanitarian aid." So. Like, that's what I gather from the law, and what I gather from all the videos I've been watching lately over the last few months. It's not Trudeau anymore. Who's the current VP? No, PM, not VP. Technically, if they try to block it, Alberta can always call upon the U.S. But, they do have a right to succeed. But no, the American politicians, especially, like, the ones in Montana, are like, yeah, we're pro this. Same thing with the ones in Texas, because, like I said, the more the merrier. Because there's, Alberta's just a, like, nutrient-rich area, but, it's just, like, it's free money. And now, they can only be independent, because they've already started cutting off grids. So they've already disconnected, like, power lines from the rest of the country. They're starting to do that with, like, turbines and stuff. Her eyes snap open in the darkness of the shelter. She can faintly reflect the moonlight. She trembles, panicked and convulsing. For a moment, she is unable to tell the dream from reality. Eat a bullet, you bastard! Are you threatening a superior? Shouting erupts outside. Marianne clutches the can in her chest, close to the letter in her pocket, and crawls out. You want us to hold the line? Fine, we'll hold the line. But tomorrow's offensive? That's suicide. It's slaughter. Marianne looks around. The soldiers are gathered their faces burning with rage. Fresh corpses lie on the trench's edge. South the moment they climb out. One of them is missing his right eye. I never even knew his name. How long has it been since leave, huh? We deserve to go home. For the first time, her eyes clearly discern good from evil. The enemy's defeat is just one step ahead. Hold the line. Liar! She snaps, unable to stomach a never-empty speech.
Ça n'a aucun sens.
This reckless charge had neither aim nor purpose. Not waste, but annihilation. We are not but tools to your own selfish end. The soldiers roar in our agreement, splitting curses and protests, and slowly all the voices chant a single line. We refuse to cast away our lives. Yeah, like, Alberta just sitting on a bunch of unrefined, it's like sitting on so much unrefined oil. And there's a bunch of other stuff that Alberta has that I can't remember off the top of my head. And again, Saskatchewan, one second. Let me cookie, I'll be right back. Yeah, or yeah, Nervurus had very good music. Si la grim mute. Within a week, munitions has spread like a plague. Mutiny has spread across like a plague across every position along the river. Soldiers sit together in circles. One of them hums the quiet tune. In the saddle under the falling rain, soldiers search for their graves. They have tossed their rifles aside, ignoring every call to the battlefield. There is men falling down the boulevard, while we crawl through the trenches. 3 days ago, they raised their guns at the colonel, shouting empty speeches. He ran off, his trousers wet with fear. For them, life is good, but for us, not so much. The soldiers blared in unison. But it's all over now, 'cause the governments are on the strike. Marianne listened to the singing, a faint smile curling the corners of her mouth. You metal-riddled cowards. You metal-ridden cowards. All of you, that metal too heavy for you, is it? Can drag you cowards, crawling your little body to the front line?
Don't give in.
You must prevail. None of us will die for their sake any longer. We must face us now. I just want that murderer out. Soldiers, on your feet. A court command breaks their chanting. Marianne's head snaps forward toward the officer. Fix your uniform. The commander-in-chief will be here shortly. IDK. Oh, here's something I didn't really think of. I was not an Assassin's Creed fan, really. So here's something I never thought of. But yeah, it was true. It was pretty obvious that the original plan for Ubisoft for the Assassin's Creed games was to build up to playing in modern day as Desmond. Like, that would be really cool if the finale of Assassin's Creed was Desmond in modern day. Well, modern day as in 2010. Using all the abilities that he learned from the previous Assassins. That actually sounds really cool. A soldier shouts to his feet, slinging their rifles along their shoulders and staying at attention against the trench wall. Marianne's superior night vision allows her to see the main clearly. Her eyes widen.
Oh my...
Good lord, it's him! Is it Paul? Please tell me it's Paul. It's not gonna be Paul. The general turned Commander-in-Chief Harold. The stalwart up front steps calmly into their midst. Everyone wears the same stunned expression on her. One by one, the soldier salutes. The general returns it. Above a large mustache, his deep blue scans the trenches, pulsing on every worn and weary face. Soldier, you are the loyal and courageous defender of the nation. It is thanks to you that we have thus far protected our country's freedom and dignity. You know well the hardships you have suffered. Now that I have taken charge, you have my word that our plan of attack will change. No more mass charges. We will not die for nothing. Yeah, that was something that was... Again, I know Raz knows all about what I'm talking about, but yeah, no, that was, again... That's what made World War I so messed up on the fact that, you had all these high-powered, ways to mow down people, and they were still using charge tactics, just sending all these, well, in real life, all these boys to their death. In these mindless charges. Yeah, I don't, I think, because one, they were trying to make too many games at once, because they were, releasing, a Assassin's Creed game once per year between mainline and spin-offs, and then, didn't the creative head leave or something? I know people weren't fans of Desmond back when the games were coming out, because, again, I never played the games that they came out, and I've only played a bit of 4, and by a bit, I mean just the beginning part. That, and I watched cutscenes of 2, for the collab. But didn't people dislike Deadman? I know people dislike Deadman killing that girl. I remember that, because I remember that being a big contention for people. At least from what I remember on YouTube at the time. Because, like, I know he, like, stabs the girl when he's possessed by, like, a piece of Eden. Marianne sees the joy and relief in the commander's face as she feels in her own. The trenches will be expanded and improved, allowing you more space to rest. Logistics will ensure the front line receives significant rations. You will go hungry no longer. And starting today, our rotation system will be instituted. You will all get the leave you deserve. Marianne clenches her fist. Home, finally. But the war isn't over yet, brave soldier. Soldiers indeed, you must not forget your duty, and you must not disobey your orders. The enemy is only a few hundred meters away. One misstep and we fail. Thus we will not tolerate any breaches of discipline. Any soldier who attempts to lead the mutiny, and anyone who still refuses to return to duty, will be severely punished. Again, like I said, I barely remember, like I said, as someone who was not into the game series, all I know is for Osmosis, and I thought people disliked them from what I got. And that's what I assumed from, again, Osmosis. A weak oil lamp flickers against the bar. this is from the prisoner in the cave, chapter 5. A weak lamp flickers against the bars in temporary jail. Convoluted from a warehouse. Converted from a warehouse, the space holds many soldiers, each one part of the mutiny, each one new sentenced by a makeshift tribunal. One rogue wooden plank bed. Marianne lies still. Merciful Lord, you have ever been comforted. No, you have ever been my comfort in times of pain. I believe wholly in your power. I beg you, grant me the courage, faith, and strength to endure. She murmurs, starting blankly instead. A rat nibbles on the crumbs scattered on the floor. The battlefield has toughened it, keeping it alive. Yet your glorious sign is upon me, O Lord. Tenenbaum, you're up. Her prayers is cut short. The soldier opens the cell door, a rifle in hand. Marianne rises from the bed and trudges out in the haze. May I leave a letter to my family? There is no answer. Hey, Dr. Love. Hey, nice. What kind of pizza did you get? A makeshift tent stands near the river trench. Wooden planks and sandbags have been used to reinforce it, shielding it from the temperature, but scared functions from the wreckage of war. This is Sentinel from the front. This is Sentinel time in the war before the events of the chapter 11. Second-class soldier, Marine Tenenbaum is in charge of the following crimes: unauthorized use of arcane skills, incitement of disobedience of orders, and evasion of combat. Your actions, your betrayal, your disgrace to the military and to our nation. Stripped of the right to defend or appeal, Marianne listens numbly as her charges are read. The army has enforced its will. Those who led a mutiny have been arrested in the service of restoring order. Whenever they wore the right, the true right leaders, doesn't matter. The act of judgment has served its purpose. The courts find you guilty of insubordination and incitement to rebel. Your sentence is death. The sentence declared, Marianne raises, turns stiffly, follows the guards out. Oh, just pepperoni? For me, I like a good. So for me, I do the two toppings for two medium, two topping pizza Domino deal for Domino's now and then, and I do pineapple and bacon typically, and pepperoni, and I do pineapple and bacon on normal red sauce, and then I do pepperoni and black olive on that garlic sauce. Anchovies are also really good on pizza. Like a good, even with that if you need something salty, you just put some anchovies on your pizza. She leaves the tent. Someone taps her shoulder. We still believe in you, Marianne. You're a true patriot. The mutiny is over. Marianne, the courage amazes me greatly. I shall pray to the Lord that he watches over thee, and he doth bring thee home safe from the battlefield. I eagerly await the day when we walk along again in the apple orchard, and I may hear the that ye speak of the design and rings.
Agnes.
This is from chapter 2 when they are journeying through the burnt down forest and they meet Brutus in the tree. Marianne kneels on the ground before her. A row of soldiers stand at attention, each with a rifle in their arm. A stern officer looms beside her. Hands are bound behind her back, a white cloth tied over her eyes.
Isn't that so?
My comrade's arm have been sealed. Has the selling begun again? No, it is you who is shaking. With this many rifles, you won't feel a thing. Her teeth are chattering too hard to speak. Ready? Marianne knows the sound of rifles being raised.
Hurry.
The voices echo from all directions, piercing her to the core. Aim! She loses sight, once again finding herself back in the narrow path, strewn with the dust and ash, gargoyles both filthy and wholly standing at its end.
Agnes.
Will I ever see you again? She touches her cousin's hand, now cold and hard, just as she did countless times when they were children. Fire! Sparks flash from the rifle barrels and bullets spin towards her chest.
Forgive me.
God forgive me. The bullet lodges in the solid stone, an instant before impact. She petrifies herself. Zut! Keep firing! She staggers to her feet and runs as fast as her body will allow. The stone chips break off of her body as she goes. Her purification can't withstand all of you. Fire! Okay. Okay. Okay, got there. All of your experience on the battlefield, I have never expected you to desert. I will not allow myself to be killed in this godforsaken place. I have duty to my home. By the way, what I'm trying to do is to say it's essentially the JK Lead Multi-Cycle DS video where they did Spell, Miracle, and Pyro only a new game cycle. It would be funny if I just woke up in the graveyard after a mail center there. Yeah, that would be funny. You disgraceful coward. Steady now. I gotta get out of this alive. The moment I get to the camp area, I'll be safe. No many routes to choose from. I'll take the least guarded route. Just move down. Thank you. You go down, 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 down. That's the way that's. Why won't you fire? Take the rifle, soldier. The Arcanist gifts shouldn't be squandered on mankind's petty conflict. Your destiny calls you to higher purpose. I understand. Who are you? I will inform the others about your presence, and they will begin searching for you. When the time comes, all will come clear to you. Get out of here, soldier. Like, hello, anybody there? Oh, no one. You just hear, not alone here, but I'm dead, guys. On the run. Hey, that's Willow's house. A lone figure hurls down a deserted country path, her cloak clinging tightly to her, twigs and leaves clinging to her back. Nicer makes the best camouflage. It helps her escape the getting married more than once.
Thank God.
2 years passed and it still stands as it once did. Thank you, God. Days and nights of sleepless travel have brought Marie back to her hometown in record time. She stops at the gate, hesitant. Dust on the handle, and the steps none have passed in or out for quite some time.
What is happening?
What happened here? Hey Chad, it's Mabel's boyfriend. I moved them out. Huh. Marianne spins and raises her gun, aiming swiftly at the figure's chest.
Cousin.
We have been apart so long, cousin. Grown too distant. For my voice doth no echo true in my ears. Well, Willow probably lost her leg in World War I, judging from the timeline. I'm adding the Mabel with this. Oh, my head is going. I'm sorry, I had to get water real quick. Hey, Whiskey. Would be funny if next chapter it's just Agnes having to do a road trip from France to get back to Marie. That would be kind of a funny, like a post-war road trip. Why can I not pronounce that? We have been apart too long. Oh, I read that.
What is happening?
Landis, what are you doing here? You stationed at the front, were you not? Our kin are safe. They are now residing in a secure place. I heard tell of the mutiny and of thy execution. I had believed it would never lay eye on thee again. I deserted. Marianne avoids his gaze. Gargoyles truly have no place amidst the many misfortunes cast down by God. His answer surprises her. She studies her cousin. She hasn't seen her so long. Like all its soldiers, this war has withered him, but something strange, something almost obscene, lingering the surface.
Wait.
Why speak such words, cousin? What do you plan to go? Do you know? No, how do you know I was here? Landis keeps walking. I too am a gargoyle. It took a little effort to locate thee. Come, thou dost desire to see her, ye?
You mean to say...
Valley, our dearest cousin Agnes. In a brief silence, both hands turn towards Agnes's home.
Agnes.
Agnes, yet Terry's here? Yeah, pretty much friends everywhere now. There's more gunfire. Not more gunfire. More artillery cells. Why did she not flee with the others? Is she hurt? That 'tis true, she speak not of it to thee. Landis turns to scrutinized Marianne, a hint of irony behind his eyes. She speak of offering aid to all those displaced by the war? Yea, the most saintly among us. Generous, kind, compassionate to strangers and kin alike. But those whom she aided were not here but in Armagh. She did not receive one pleading letter from a distant branch, and traveled forthwith, a small force in her pocket, to the place soon to be engulfed by war. She wished to be abrupt by thy work to abbreviate thy worry, and thus omitted her place in the letter.
Impossible.
No, she won't lie.
Cousin.
Thou dost understand her as solely as thy gasp faith. Lindess opens the door. To the center of the lounge stands a gargoyle statue, and her dear cousin curled forward, forever weeping.
Agnes!
She rushes forward and falls to her knees before the statue. Awake! It is me, Marie! I have returned! The statue does not move.
What is happening?
Why? What? Why is she not awake? She cannot.
Cousin.
Hast thou forgotten the power of our bovine? To awaken from petrification, one must preserve a final shred of flesh. It seems instinct alone did not drive thee to maintain a modicum of life less on the battlefield. Agnes, however, chose thy full petrification, and with it the meeting of the revelation. What happening in Armand? I have never seen her so afraid as to do such a thing. Were those visions truly a warning of the divine?
What am I to do?
What can I do to wake her? Reality overlaps with hallucination. Fear rises hot in her chest again. Weird question, but what if the closer DS2 weapon is on Hell Metal Pipe? I haven't been able to... Wouldn't that basically be the club? Like, both of them are, like, the most... Like, the metal pipe is the hardest blunt instrument you can use in DS2. Not DS2, and SA2. So, would not the club come closest? Because there's no equivalent of, like, a metal club. Because you want something blunt. And I know obviously there's a wooden club because that's what the Deprived starts with, but look up blunt weapons and find any like metal clubs. She trembles as panic grips her.
Cousin,
thou not yet see? Thou this filthy war so utterly blinded thee? Fighting her dizziness, Marianne barely manages to peer up as Landis spares the brother's arms. Yeah, the mace is pretty close. It's the closest you're probably gonna get to an actual metal pipe. Because again, you want something blunt. You don't want a sword. Like obviously, you can if you want something that's long and metal, you can always get like a sword, but that's not in spirit of a metal pipe. Humanity hath grown ignorant and proud, bending knee and clasping hands at reason's feet, taking it as sacred truth. They lie, deceive, and manipulate in great measures, wearing progress and freedom as masks of their depravity. God shall never abandon us, ye. They face with such blasphemy, disappointment surely flourishes deep in his breast.
it has come as a
The
divine
endless
punishment.
bloodshed in his bloodset punishment. This endless bloodshed is his punishment.
Wait.
Yeah, I know. I'm basically what I'm saying is because there is no equivalent of the. I wouldn't do the Morning Star. I'd probably do the Mace. But yeah, I would get Morning Stars and Maces mixed up in my head. Yeah, you want to do the Mace. I think probably do the Great Mace. The probably one that comes the closest would probably be the Great Mace. Or, what weapon is that? Throwing out a picture of a weapon that looks pretty close to a metal pipe. It is a long. Someone did their homework on this forum, but on the Steam thread. The Spike Club also is very Dark Souls. Not Dark Souls. It's very it's labeled a garbage weapon, but the Spike Club is very much a in spirit of Silent Hill. Great Club. I think the Great Club would probably be the closest to the metal pipe, or the Great Mace is one that I would recommend. But I'll at you with this Steam page I found. No, we all got it wrong. The light sword. No, not a sword. The metal pipe is a blunt weapon. You can't use a slashing weapon to replace a blunt weapon. Like, what are we talking about here? Then Agnes, we must not lay blame on the Lord, cousin. He speaks over her, crouching and grasping her shoulders tightly. My eyes laid upon
This
Agnes
war
in such
is
a
neither
state.
yours
I have to come to
nor
know
ours
God's
to end.
plan. Gargoyles are not to coexist with this war. This catastrophe shall wipe clean the world of sin. Faith shall be reborn, and humanity shall resurrect from within our mortal flesh. Come thy end of this war, we shall build a world renewed, one which is truly fearful of the will of God.
Et c'est la base
Gargoyles will
incomprendre
have been the protectors of the
les gargouilles.
sacred demons in the form yet divine in duty with God's will that will return his people to him. His eyes blaze with fascination, no fanaticism. That, my dear cousin, is what we must preserve through this calamity, not to partake in it. We bear our lofty charge. Then you too, deserted cousin? Do not blind thyself to the rules of mortal men, cousin, for thee is no true law but his. In a purified world, under the light of the Lord's mercy, Agnes will return to us. Dost thou understand, cousin? She does not entirely, but in her crumbling world, those final words give her a silver of hope. Give her a silver of hope. Sweet sliver.
Agnes
Come
reviendra
at the end of the war.
si la guerre
Agnes
prend
will
fin.
return, so long as the war comes to an end. In a desert, their church, Marianne presses dust from the gargoyle statue. The church, this church, not far from the village, is now her and Odessee's. Oh, let me actually look up how to pronounce these names. I've just been guessing this entire time. Oh, yes. Friends. Ladis refuse. Home is no longer safe, Agnes. We have no choice but to take you with us. Okay, I know this is serious, but I just want to imagine her and Ladis trying to drag her around. It's like, trying to rope her and like, drag her across the ground, hope she doesn't crack. But if you want the katana-like weapon, get a light sword. Or the Usi katana. I'm talking, if you want the metal pipe equivalent, get a blunt weapon. Swords are slash weapons. Pipes are blunt weapons. Now, if you want it, so probably a club would be a better comparison for the wooden plank weapon. And of course, crossbow for gun. Or bow and arrow for gun and crossbow for shotgun. The chainsaw, I'd probably say... probably a great sword. The lightest of the great swords would be the chainsaw equivalent. But at least you may feel God's light shine upon ye. I hope you can forgive us. The lightsaber, if the lightsaber has any special abilities, then it would probably be closer to the Moonlight Greatsword. But here, at least you may feel God's light shine upon ye. I hope you can forgive us.
I shall pray every day.
For this war to end, so I may return to you, my Lord. May the Lord hear a sinner's prayer. My understanding of our lineage is shallow, I admit.
Isn't that so?
But let's learn in such things. His convictions must hold some truth, have yet to see, right? Agnes remains frozen and still, and she can no longer provide any answers to her questions. One more chapter to go. This is a long one. Or longer by parts. Villas, patriotism. Vigilante, no, vigilant patriotism. I'm not as familiar with all the Dark Souls free weapons. Let me look that up real quick. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I just call that Pontiff's a weapon. From afar, the front, 6 months melts away like water. The freezing trenches, winter feels like a distant life. Our days return to peaceful peaceful monotony. Tending the statues, praying day and night. Merciful Father, I kneel before ye to beg you have sympathy on this world, and this conflict to bring us peace again.
Amen.
We must begin preparations, Marianne. Let us return from the errands, a hands full, bread in one, newspaper in the other.
What is happening?
For what? The war will soon come to an end. The time is nigh for us to undertake our divine mission. Marianne hurries over and takes the newspaper from his hand. Enemy crushing defeat, seeking negotiation, peace in sight. God has truly answered our prayer. Agnes will soon return to us. For the first time in a long while, a smile of pure joy spreads across her face. First, we must cleanse the states of these abominations.
You mean to say...
Seems there is a little need to explain. Following Lettice's glade, Marianne sees 3 figures approaching the church. They are cloaked in black with accents of seductive blue.
Cousin.
That's thy armament, cousin. Before he could even finish his sentence, Marianne has already begun to raise her rifle. Her instincts fire faster than her eyes. Monsieur Lettice, Mademoiselle Marianne, good morning. Leave this place. The Semina clan, an ancient lineage of gargoyles. You do not get an arcane bloodline more pure than that. Your clan has fractured through this war, though, and you two deserted. Mademoiselle, do you recall the soldiers who helped you escape that day?
What?
What? It is thanks to him that we made aware of the exceptional bloodline tucked away here. You long to escape the war, yes? Lucky you, we know how to end it for good. We're here to extend the invitation.
You mean to say...
Really may be the better equivalent of a gun, sword, poison dart, heavy soul, I wouldn't really, I think, kind of, you're kind of right. Probably crossbows would probably be more of equivalent of guns in, DS1, not DS1, and, Silent Hill 1, or how, but yeah, Silent Hill 1's aiming isn't actually that bad, once you get used to it, it's just trying to get. It's that initial shock of the system, especially when you're not used to take controls and constantly hit the analog, the sticks to move and not the buttons. Soldiers the soldier who aided my escape was one of yours.
What is happening?
Who are you?
Oh.
Forgive me, I ought to introduce myself. Forgive me, I ought to have introduced us earlier. We follow the Mother of Resurrection. You may call us Menavindicte. A hand extends towards her, seemingly in peace. Marianne studies the figure, the mask on the face steers something long buried. Two hands crossed, lifting or concealing. When she peered the Maser rifle from the enemy's corpse, she saw the very same insignia. To accept this invitation would be to commit treason.
Oh.
Oh, you're going to bed early tonight, boy. Gotta get up early for something? So, have you seen our emblem on the battlefield? Yeah, crocodiles are pretty good in that. Yeah, they do a lot of damage, especially if you get a headshot. Headshots do so much damage in Dark Souls 2, it's crazy. To allow me to clarify, we infiltrated your enemy, yes, but we serve no human faction. Our manipulation of armies is merely a means to an end. You can join us without fear. The Mother has returned. Arcanists are rising. The world will no longer be divided by nations, but ruled by blood. And you will never suffer like this again. Well, yeah, better go to bed then. You might get sick if you're feeling this tired already. And during this time, I'm gonna take a hot shower later after I'm done streaming, because I need to clean out my sinuses. I wanted to do it before I streamed, but I had a late start and wanted to get this started with so I could actually get done on a reasonable time. Because I have stuff I want to watch. I'm watching Evil Dead Rise, which is fun. So far it's been fun. I haven't finished it yet though. A shot lands by his feet, cutting him off. Smoke curls from the muzzle.
This is a warning.
Your warning. I will not. No, your warning. I know not what your plot, but speak no more your twisted words.
Such blasphemy.
What you speak is blasphemy. Resurrection is an act saved only for the Son of God. I will not have his virtue tainted by the likes of you. Yeah, it's usually the other way around. I don't know how this number one thing works. You just kicked Walmwick in the ball to get that, no doubt. The figure steps back to his face, dark and unreadable. Mademoiselle, have you forgotten the soldiers who saved you? Our voices have long been whispered among your own.
You have made a grave
Don't
mistake.
you dare insult my comrades in arms. Leave now.
Oh.
What if I told you the upcoming negotiations were doomed to fail? The war will not end. Your only way out.
Cousin,
thou needest not listen on.
Yes.
No, you're right. She steps forward, rifle still raised. Deep in the woods. With the man driven off, Marianne makes her way out of the church. Oh, by the way, how is the stream quality, by curiosity? I have changed some settings. I increased the bit rate from 3,000 to 4,500. So I've been noticing any problems on your end. Obviously, I'm not playing a game with a lot of movement. So, and any like slowdown, quote unquote, is also on my end because the game is loading assets. So I won't be able to truly notice if I play a game with a little more action. But yeah, let me know how it is on your end. With Manage driven off, Marianne makes her way out of the church. Lettuce follows close behind, still trying to dissuade her.
Cousin,
we are gargoyles. We are not in the middle of this war. We are not to meddle in this war. Thou must not make way to the negotiation site. Marianne grips the letter pulled from one of the management's hand. A lead. This information is too detailed. as if they know everything about the negotiations. If this plan is theirs is true, I must confirm it for myself.
I cannot allow this war to go on.
Exclusive demand Vindicta camp. Take them out one by one from shadows. First take down the frontline command post, next operation staff. Finally, the headquarters to take the plane. Enemies have elite officer squads equal to strength. Okay, so start one. Officers have successfully assaulted quarreling workers uprising in all territories. The factions advocating for negotiations have been fully subdued. This war therapy had demonstrated significant success, combining arcana with military strength. Frontline troops will be redeployed with boosted combat morale and superior firepower. Humanity leadership will rediscover their determination to continue this war. Their influence will penetrate deep into the enemy's lands. The accused know the accursed war-hungry maniacs. We cannot allow them to achieve their goals. Ooh, damn, a tank. Come on, you can do, girl. Come on, girl. Go. Move. Taking our lives won't change a thing. There are no sorts of warmongers on your own side. We will never give up their ambitions. A comrade of mine spoke with the very same ones as we patrolled along the Carnos River. We all need to do what was given them a gentle nudge in the right direction, and they freely surrendered all sense of reason. Your commanding officer is also involved in this. We have an arrangement for quite a while now. The peaceful negotiations are doomed to fail. Any pretense of classification ceasefire is pure fantasy. You lie. You speak venom without any truth. A top-ranking military advisor has now arrived at the Chichan encampment. Authorization was granted for a victory. Authorization was guaranteed for a victory, though through alternate strategies, further cooperation has been secured. This is treason. Why would they do this? No, I must see this with my own eyes, else I will not believe it. Move, girl, move. And we win. This is from Nightmare on Green Lake. Fort the Clutron. In the depths of the forest where few human trace remain, only a few birds chirp. But this calm is an arcane illusion. Cross the incarnation boundary, and the truth reveals itself. Outside a crude little camp, a man in Navy uniform whispers to a figure across from him. Military advisor. We demand they revert to confidential status. They will serve to reject such terms.
Of course.
In the war will go on. We provide general-purpose arcane weapons and support units. There will be no shortage of manpower or firepower. I'm screenshotting on the chat. I cannot spell the word nice. No wonder. Nice. Like it. Come on. There you go. This is a very nice illustration of her. No one notices the statue hidden beneath the branches. Still in silence, she bends in like only any stone in the forest blends in. Oh, yes, we all know the storms that hide in trees. We see the result of the negotiation. We'll see the result of the negotiation soon. The future you want is already within reach. The gold stars and medals of his uniform sting Marianne's eyes. Pleasure working with you.
Nice.
And you too. And you. With just a few words, they casually decide the fate of every soldier. Utterly absurd. She steadies her trembling hands, takes aim, and pulls the trigger. Does it mean tap? Who? She moves forward step by step, unflinching, as she shoots at the shot ricochet off the surrounding trees and gun down every last member of Management Day.
Shoot!
Zoot! Enemy forces? I need to sound the alarm.
You have made a grave mistake.
Put down the flare. She steps out of the forest, over the corpses, rifle aimed squarely at the advisor's chest. Of all people to end my life, I never thought it would be one of my own. Didn't your commanding officer teach you never to aim your weapon at a superior? You traitorous coward. You truly have thrown your lot in with men Vindicte. Traitorous? Everything I've done for the motherland. The enemy invading our land, interfering with our colonies. If we are allowed them to grow stronger, will we only repeat the same we suffered half a century ago? We must wipe them off as if we were truly have vengeance.
You have made a grave mistake.
Fools! Men and Vindicte did not collaborate with you alone. They work with our so-called enemies. We are all pawns, and us and them alike. So what? What?
No matter what.
The enemy came to us to negotiate peace. They're begging for it. In fact, even with men's and Vindicte's help, they cannot turn the tides.
Why?
You truly have made a lot with the devil.
Ça n'a aucun sens.
How many more must perish before you are satisfied? Blood is the sacrifice for victory. This is the time to give it our all. This is the chance to resolve all of our nation's problems. You short-sighted soldiers are coward. You have no understanding of the true nature of war. True nature of war? I have seen the face of it. An excuse to spend lives like currency for your own gain, and to absolve yourself of all guilt for your heinous acts. War is not but a tool to exercise your ambitions.
Tout ça,
You do
juste
not
pour
fight
toi.
for the nation, you fight for yourself. Huh. Who do you think authorized me to make contact with men Vindicte? Soldier, is it you who have betrayed your country and forgotten your duty? You fear death and reject your honor of war. A raven glides down from a distant train car, landing lightly on the officer's shoulder, flapping its wings and flies off. And as expected, they rejected the deal. Negotiations have failed. So what now, soldier? War resumes tomorrow? And for those who carry the glory of our nation in their hand, will be sent onward to crush our enemies. And you, which will it be? Fight and become a hero, or turn back a coward?
No.
No. The ground shakes violently. Her insides burn. Morrigan grabs the air. At the end of the dark, narrow corridor, she sees the stone gargoyles receding into the distance.
Et c'est la buzz
The
incomprante
gargoyles
fidèle.
are the
À nous,
interaction of the
les
divine judgment
gargouilles.
in the demonic glaze. Guys, we are the guardians of faith. Only with thy war doth thou, Agnes, return to us.
What immortal hand or
Marie,
eye
what immortal lands
could
or
frame
eyes
the
could...
cause behind these deadly ends?
Oh, well, you can read it for me, girl.
Agnes.
So...
Celui qui verse le sang de l'homme
verra son sein. Forgive me.
Stop!
Je veux mettre fin à cette guerre.
I was born on the day of the full moon. That's why my mother named me Yue. Later, I realized that no matter how far from home we are, the same moon always watches over us. 我得找个能看见月亮的地方才中。
Wait, how long has my mic been muted? You guys not wait. How long has my mic been muted, chat? Was the entire end of that story muted for you guys? One second, let me see. How much of the story did you guys not hear me read? I wish someone could have mentioned that earlier. Okay. No, you read all that, yeah. Then it, what muted it here? So it was at the very end of the arc that I got muted. So you heard this? Yeah, good. No. Okay, here, you heard me. Okay, so it's literally right. And it was muted for. So wait a second. How did it get muted there? Yeah, I know. It was right after that second picture. So, okay. Okay, we're rereading this final. So we're rereading up until so.
Amen.
Yeah, it was literally just the part where
What is happening?
It was after I screenshot it. For some reason, my mic got muted, but I do not know how that happened.
You mean to say?
Cousin.
So it was literally the last it was literally like the last 2 minutes of the game, of the event.
What?
I read everything else. I might as well read this.
You mean what is happening?
Oh.
This has not been my day.
Oh.
This is such big. You have made a grave mistake.
Oh.
I got things going to my stream.
Cousin.
Yeah, according to all this was the accent. According to this, so yeah, keep buzzing.
Yes.
We're getting close. Step forward. Rifle still raised. Yeah. Come on. That's the advantage of what's the face?
Cousin.
Heaven burn bread. That's buzz button. That isn't a straight up skip.
I cannot allow this work.
This is an easy fight. Yeah, I'm done with this. Yep. There we go. An entire, I have 40 enemy guys right there I could have been using earlier. Look, we have so many bodies. Look, we need to keep throwing bodies, that's the problem. Yeah, we won.
Of course.
Whether you sorry. Over there.
Shoot.
You have made.
You traitors, coward, you have truly thrown a lot with men today. Traitors, everything I've done for the motherland. The enemy invaded our land, the infiltrate our colonies. We allow them to grow stronger. We are to repent the same. We suffer half a century ago. We must wipe them away. We're truly vengeance.
You have made a grave
Fools, men
mistake.
that they did not collaborate with you alone. They work with our so-called enemies. We are pawns. We are all pawns. Us and them alike. So what? What?
No matter
The enemy
what.
came to us to negotiate peace. They're begging for it. In fact, even with many of Dictate's help, they cannot turn the tide.
Why?
True. You must know you truly have been made a lot with the devils.
Ça n'a aucun sens.
How many more must perish before you are satisfied? Blood is the sacrifice of victory. This is the time to give it all. This is the chance to resolve all of our nation's problem. You short-sighted soldier, a coward, you must not understand. No, you have no understanding of the true nature of war. The true nature of war. I have seen the face of it, an excuse to spread lies. No, to spend lives like currency for your own gain. It to absolve yourself of guilt of your heinous acts. War is not but a tool to excuse your ambitions.
Tout ça.
You do not
Juste pour
fight
toi.
for the nation, you fight for yourself. And who do you think authorized me to make a contract with men and Dictate? Soldier, is it you who have betrayed your country and forgotten your duty? You fear death and reject the honor of war. A raven glides down from a distant train car, landing lightly on the officer's shoulder, flaps his wings and flies off. As expected, they rejected the deal. Negotiations have failed. So what now, soldier? War resumes tomorrow? And those who carry the glory of our nation in their hearts will be sent onward to crush our enemies. And you, which will it be? Fight and become a hero, or turn back a coward?
No.
No. The gun shakes violently and her insides burn. Marianne grabs the air. The end of the dark, narrow corridor. She sees the stone gargoyles receding into the distance.
Et c'est la base
We
encombrante
gargoyles are
fidèle.
to
À
enact
nous,
his
les
divine judgment.
gargouilles.
In demonic guise, we are guardians of faith. Only when the war doth end shall Agnes return to us.
What immortal hand
Marie,
or eye
what immortal hands or eyes could
frame the
flame
cause behind these
the
deadly
cause
ends?
behind the deadly acts?
Agnes.
Agnes. She clutches her eyes, her finger trembling by the trigger. So you choose desertion. You chose to kill your compatriots, your commander. You are the traitor.
Celui qui verse
Who
du
set
sang
up
de l'homme.
man's blood by man's
Verse
he
son sang.
set up blood
Versé
be
par
set up.
l'homme. Forgive me.
To kill a fellow countryman is to willingly partake a stain upon my soul. I confess to you. I command you to lower your weapon. I shall ever bear this cross, and in death I shall face your judgment. Killing me will change nothing. You are no more person who could possibly do. You are just one person. What can you possibly do? Lord. Disgraceful!
Je veux mettre fin
I will
à
put an
cette
end to this
guerre.
war. The bullet hits him square between the eyes. He drops his star-stamped escalator stained with blood and dirt. Marianne wipes the tears from her face with her arm. Her brow hardened into a look of determination. Then she steps forward into the forest, no longer just Marianne, but as a sentinel. And review I said earlier, I really enjoyed the story. I thought it was fun. There we go. But no, that was Sentinel story. This is a form fuga, a free spieta. Wait, UTT is coming back. What's that for? Let me check the. Want to go warm real quick? Technical training. Grab. What? There. Look. Nice. What are the rest of these for? Oh, these will obviously unlock later. Back. Let me check the notices. That's the banner. Limited, long way home preview. So yeah, he gets Fugue A Spagata. That will start on the 11th. So I will do a stream of no, the 20th. I mean, that'll be the 20th. This is the responsibility that is original war room. Complete story, boss brief, version 132, and then program sign for 4 days. Yeah, alright, What am I looking for? Antidote, double analysis, chronicle Uluru, steam whistle, prelude. Open the water, yearning, roaring jukebox, the peace point, new packs. Oh, I wanted to show you guys the trailer. So now that season 2's over. So we already saw season 1's trailer. Now we did the season's 2 trailer. Don't know. She's probably accused her of being a dirty sinner.
Arcana isn't that. Which path do you think the Timekeeper will eventually take, Lieutenant?
Soon comes the Sufferer's enlightenment! And return to the one and only
There, Pollyanna. The illustrious Pollyanna.
With
Paulina, not Pollyanna, Paulina.
Indicating Manus Vindicta's presence in São Paulo. A writer for their 2 magazine, said to be a blind woman named Urt.
She said the latest piece was sent from a veterans residence in Sao Paulo.
Mr. Carson?
Could it be that the storm doesn't kill people? At least, not physically.
I trust in Vertzen's decision.
Kill her.
Let go of her!
How dare you!
My family are not traitors.
Farewell, Vera.
You made the right choice. We couldn't halt Igor's escape.
It's been confirmed that the Dr. Doras he took is none other than Ms. Erd. On a separate note, Moth, our mole planted within Manus Vindictae, has sent us some new information.
I am willing to do anything for their return. Doras.
Yeah, again, like I said, it is the same that Photonic is not in the game to play for those who read her reports.
There is
no truer home to
If things are playing
I love the
out
idea.
just like my novel, then maybe Aleph is in fact still here.
1999 one, what you say?
Are you the one controlling the panopticon with the die? The one hiding Miss Doras' whereabouts?
Why do you resist receiving its answer?
Let's put a stop to this, Aleph. What exactly did the Manus promise Dr. Doras?
A chance for her to remember her duty.
She was leaving. She was headed to Antarctica.
There you'll find Manus Vindictae's largest stronghold and the site of their ritual.
Like some kind of sacrifice.
That's why I need to get it to the Timekeeper. Should the worst happen, at least we can minimize the damage.
Who would ask a common moth its name? Maybe I'll see just a little bit more.
Nautica! Come back!
What have I forgotten? It seems you've already made up your mind. I have.
Hold them off while Lurid works on the record.
I wonder if we're gonna get a redemption arc for Sophia, or if she's gonna go down.
Turn us to the blank era, where Arcanus reign as master.
Because like Sophia created the demiurge, and Arcana is both the Antichrist and probably the demiurge.
Is this worth more than your life?
I believe it is. And seek the answer you must seek.
So even if in the end, the path I walk leads me nowhere, I will pursue the unknown, no matter where it
I like how their
takes me.
conversation intersects.
It's the storm. The flood transformed into it.
The ritual has been halted, just as it was in 1999.
We shall meet again, Burton. In a world that is rightfully ours.
He went to the back of the bus. See, just grabs that Olaf and Duncan and throws them in the back. Yeah, Chet's. I assume it's an owl or a moth. I think it's an owl. I can't really tell. And then, of course, the Zeppelin.
I was born on the day of the full moon.
Yeah,
Miss Fortier once asked me, "What kind of officer do you want
I want to see real quick what is
My answer
her
was
Atlas. Atlas roll. Yeah, of course, no, of course they're not here. Just humans. Is she a mixed? Okay, flutter maids are the mix. I need to look into that. Like I said last time, so it's more door. The wolf are mix, so what I need to look into. Are they beyond? Nope. So they're just. Why did Gutian and normal? There's normal. Okay, or yeah, they're normal Arcanists. Oh, mix is half human, half Arcanist. That's why. Yeah, and Sentinel just okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Is Charon already available in the? Nope. Maybe in mixed. Nope. Alright, so mixed. Let me do infected. Nope. Awakened? Obviously not. Oh, Charon's oh yeah, the Charon is the embodied, despite being once known. The artist the soldier formerly known as Paul. He is now. That makes sense that him being awakened. Get that filthy human off the plane! No, Sophia's the one wearing the crown. Sophia's wearing is one yelling, I get that human off the plane, while 36 is like, that MFer isn't real.
Of course you are. Because this place is...
Oh, I imagine I got her outfit. She has some skins. When is he still has not gotten his Euphoria. So, characters who need Euphoria. Sonetto. Despite being a 5-star to get Euphoria, like Bluecorn.
I'm not good at dealing with visitors.
But X needs to get X though. Two Fairy needs to 1. Horror is getting nothing. Look, that's his Horror life. Argus is getting one later on.
Got a job for me.
I hear.
If you're looking for
Sweetheart does not have one, obviously.
It's always lonely
but no, X needs 1. Again, only a 5-star, but he still needs 1. Two Fairy needs 1. Where's the Calabama is getting 1. 36 needs 1 because 37 has fallen off, so 37 needs 1. I think I've got 1. Jay doesn't need 1 yet. Yeah, Lily already has hers. Yeah, so out of 5 stars, the only 5-star character, the only 6-star character that need 1 is, in my opinion, is... Well, I think 6 needs 1 too, because 6 is never gonna... At least I personally don't think 6 is that good. It's funny, Bob Zedea has none. But, but Ezra got 2.
Please be careful. I'm collecting the spores on the mushroom canopy. Even the slightest
people
breath
joke
will blow
that
them all
Ezra
over the
will
place.
get another Euphoria before 37 gets 1. But yeah, so now works that every true limited character will get a Euphoria. Now the oldest character who didn't get a Euphoria, so she got a Euphoria 2 passes ago. No, 2 during the... Who's last referred to it? During, it wasn't Anika's, it was during, Lang Yu's event, and then, of course, Lucy got 1 during, Nautika's event, which means, and then Anjanala, wherever she is, wherever that sausage, there, Anjanala, where did she go? Cut the night joke. How did I lose her? She's like a little sick there. She'll be getting 1 for Beryl, Matilda's mothers. So Matilda's mother's going to be revealed, and she's going to get a Euphoria. She's also going to become the devil. Get the devil Arcana card. And then after that, it will then be Lang's turn whenever we get a hopefully plant true limited character, because we've gotten Star, we've gotten Mineral, we've gotten Beast. We've gotten Spirit. We've gotten Intelligence. And we're getting another Intelligence. We just skipped Plant. Plant is very unlucky. But then, the most unluckiest type in the game is Beast. Beast has nothing really going for it right now. Sure, I don't got all the most of the 6 stars I don't got are Beasts, but Beast doesn't really got anything going. Beast kind of has Burn going for it right now, with 2 Burn characters, and Isidro is also burned, but Barrel will be burned as well, plus a new type of burn called Halo. An afterburn. And so will be intelligent. So you're going to be building a intelligent spirit of beast team to do a burn team. Which will be an interesting pick. Maybe Jay will get a Euphoria.
Want to catch a ride with me?
After Bear, in that mid chapter, obviously not currently because we've already know season's already out. But next one, what is Bro labeled as? Shield Repose. That makes sense. Yeah, this has been a very fun stream. And switch over to here. Everything's set up. Have a good one, chat.
Said from a hospital bed, for what it's worth.